Now I know you might be asking yourself, well, how the hell did you figure out the entire community was against you? Well, history often repeats itself, okay? People don't change unless they have to. So, when I was younger, and I told you my parents would set me up to go on outings and go places and do things with people, and they would just test to see if I would be telling the people the business that was going on in the house. When I came home, I would get an ass whooping. And they would say it's because I said something that I wasn't supposed to say, but they oftentimes wouldn't tell me what I said or what I did. So now I'm sitting here psychoanalyzing my whole interaction with a person to figure out, oh my God, what did I say? What did I do? Right? And sometimes I would blatantly tell on, my parents like, yeah, they in there, these niggas is wild. But sometimes I would accidentally say things. Or I would say things that they even do the smallest of things. Like, oh no, I couldn't spend the birthday money you gave me. Mommy said I was on punishment. And then the person goes back and be like, hey, you said you took Tasha to the store and she spent her money, but she said that that's not true. How would I fucking know? I'm getting punished for your lies. You know what I'm saying? So when I started realizing the setup like that, I was like, okay, cool. I started withdrawing and I stopped talking to people altogether. It would get to the point where people would ask, can Tasha go somewhere? And I'm like, nah, I don't want to go. Because I don't want to accidentally say something and I get home and straight through the fucking door, I'm getting my head knocked off my shoulders because I accidentally said something that I didn't know I wasn't supposed to say. Then it got to the point where, again, I started noticing I go to live with Terrence and he's abusing me. I go back home. I'm getting worse abuse than before I left because it's like, yeah, bitch, you shouldn't have left. You shouldn't have left. You shouldn't have put us in that financial strain or whatever the case may be. And now we're going to get you, right? Then these niggas start working together and they weren't shy about me knowing that they were working together. So I'm like, okay, if you did it once, you'll do it again. I'm noticing the pattern, right? I had an aunt who was like my mother. She was a mother figure to me. Soon as some shit hit the fan, this bitch took the side of her child, even though she was wrong, and went against me. Took a phone back from me, knowing I didn't have no way of making communication with people. Just all kind of fuckery because she was in her fucking feelings, right? And because I started noticing this, like, okay, y'all implement people into my life to intentionally hurt me, harm me, gather information, this, that, and the third. So at some point in time, I started realizing I wasn't having organic interactions with people, right? I even had a person tell me one time, oh, I want to date you. And I was like, well, we were already dated. And they was like, no, I want to organically date you. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? It took me a long time to realize he wasn't organically dating me the first time. He was on a job. He was on a mission. He was doing an assignment. And then he found me interesting and decided, oh, you know what? She might be a cool little ditty. I'm going to go ahead and date her for real. What the fuck? Nigga, get the fuck on. Get away from me. Why are y'all weird?